Howdy. We're getting ready for a performance task here. This is part two. And I'll have a link in the description to this very paper that I'm working from so you can follow along. And we're going to get started. This is all about discounts, markups, commissions, percentages, lots of stuff going on. And first thing I have is a table. We have a table and dresser, the cost and the markup, and what's the selling price. Well, to find the selling price, we have to take the cost, which is $600, and we have to add 35% of that. And I'm going to zoom in a bit here so it's easier for you to see. And so that's 35% markup. So we're going to take 35% of $600. So it's 35% is 0.35. And then of $600 means you have to multiply by $600. So I'm going to multiply these two. I can do it with a calculator, and it's 0.35 times 600, and that's $210. So that's going to be 600 plus the 210, and that's pretty easy. That's just going to be what, $810. So that's the selling price. And then we do the same kind of thing with the $500. So 500, well, right off the bat, I know the 50% is going to be 250 because that's half. But so if I have 500 times zero point 0.5, there's your 250. So we have the $500 and we have to mark it up 50%, which is, I could do 0.50, but I'll just do 0.5 because you don't need the zero, and then times 500. And that means it's going to be $500 plus 250, and that's $750. And so there we go. There's that stuff. I'm going to check one more time. I'm a little suspect. Just making sure. 0.35 times 600 is 210. Good. Okay, so what's the profit? So right here, what's the profit for the table? Well, the profit for the table is how much you're marking it up. So we're doing a 35% markup. That 35% markup is $210. So the profit for the table is $210. And then likewise, the profit for the dresser was at 50% markup, which was $250 right there. Okay, that's pretty easy. Let's zoom out here. And if a store is having a sale on tables at 30% off the selling price, how much would the discounted price be? All right, so I had to make a little change to this one. I realize if I mark it up 35%, and I do that, but then if I discount this by 30%, then I end up losing money. So I changed this 30% to 10%. So you're gonna have to do that on your paper right there. Um, and so that means that we start at $810 and we subtract 10%, and 10% is 0.1 because 10% means out of 100. So that's 10 out of 100, and 10 divided by 100 is 0.1. So I'm going to use that. And 0.1, 10% of $810 is $81. So then when you're going to discount, you subtract 810 minus 81. $729 is the discounted price. I better box that. And that's it for that part. If a store is having a sale on dressers at 15% off the selling price, how much would the discounted price be? Okay, so it's just extra practice here on doing that very thing. So the selling price was 750. So we have 750, and we're going to take away 15% of that. So take away 15%, which is 0.15 as a decimal of the 750. So that means we're going to multiply by 750. And so it's 0.15 times 750, and that's $112.50. 50 cents. $112.50. I should put dollar signs in here. So 750 minus $112.50. Now here's a little trick. I have this in here. It's a little annoying to remember that a little bit, and take 750 minus that. So what I could do is I could just start with this. It's already in the calculator. And if I subtract 750, I'm going to get a negative number, 750, but I could ignore the negative number and I get $637.50. $637.50. And that is the selling price of that. And it's always good to make sure that, does this make sense? If I start with 750 and I take off 15%, I'm not going to take a tremendous amount off, but I'm taking some off. Is my answer less? Yeah, that's less than the original by a reasonable amount. Okay. Um, ah, and then we have here the next one. What would the total price be if 8% tax is added to the discounted price? So we have that discounted price right there. And so $637.50. And we're going to add 8%. So we're going to add 8%. Now, 8% as a decimal is 0.08. And real quick, 8%. 8%, that means 8 out of 100. And 8 out of 100, that would be 0.08, because this is 8 hundredths, and this is the hundredths place, and that's 8 hundredths. So that's where that all comes from there. And how do you do this in practice? What I usually do is, if I have 8%, I know that if I divide by 100, I have to move the decimal 2 times to the left. 1, 2, right there. I'm moving it 2 times to the left, and so there's your 0.08 again. So there's a lot of background of that one. And then point 0, so I'm going to add 8% of the 637, $637.50. And I already have this in here, although it's a negative. So, that's kind of a bummer. I'll just clear it. And you got to multiply first, right? Order of operations, 637 times 0.08. What this does is it tells us, how much are we paying in tax? We're paying $50.96 in tax. $50.96 in tax. And I'm going to add that to the $637.50. And I'm adding. So, hey, I got that there already. I'll just hit the addition button, and then 637.5, 688.46. 688.46. And this is the price of, oh boy, not a good box. But anyway, all right, that's pretty good. Now let's talk about, what would the store's total profit be if it sold 3 tables at the discounted price and 2 dressers at the regular price? Okay, let's talk about the tables first. What's the profit if they sell 1 table? So I'm going to go here, table profit. I guess I'll go 1 table profit. Okay. Uh, let's see. What is the cost of the table? The cost of the table is $600. How much would it sell for at the regular price? So let's see. I'm kind of jumping around here. Let's see. What would the store's total profit be if it sold 3 tables? So at the discounted price. Discounted price of the table. What is that discounted price of the table? We have it right here. Dressers, tables. 30% off of the tables, and the discounted price would be $560. So if you sell it for $560, okay, and up here the table, uh-oh, I'm Alright, there's a problem. That is not good because you're selling it for less than you bought it for. Something's not right. Oh, first off, oh my god, I made a mistake on this. All right, slight error on that, but we have 729 for our um, discounted price. So if there's $729 sold at the discounted price, and the cost was $600. So you subtract 729 minus 600. Hey, that's easy. That is $129 profit for one table. So three tables is three tables. I better move it in here. Three tables is 3 times 129, and 3 times 129 is 387. So that's $387 profit. And and then we have two dressers sold at the regular price. So one dresser profit. Oh my God. One dresser profit. What was the dresser profit of a regular dresser that was up here? That's $750, right? Oh, no, 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 no. That's the final selling price. The profit was $250 for one dresser. So 250, $250. And so two dressers is 2 times 250, which is $500. And what's the store's total profit? Well, the total profit is going to be 387 plus 500. And that is what? 887, $887. Put a box around that because there's a lot of math going on there. Okay. Um, Okay, so there's a separate one here. What would the store's total profit be if it sold five tables at the discount price and three dressers at the regular price? So five tables at the discounted price. Well, we've already found here that the discounted price for one table is $129. So it'd be five times 129, and then three dressers at the regular price. So it'll be 3 times 250. So 5 times 129. 5 times 129 is 645. 645. And 3 times 250 is what, 750, I think? And then we just add up those two numbers, 750, 750, 750 plus 645 is 1395. 1395. Boom. Box around that because we got some numbers going on. Okay. Next is the backside. Whew, the whole backside here. Complete the table. Okay. So we have cost is this, markup is this. What's the selling price? It would be 300 plus 0.35 times 300. 0.35 times 300. I am going to zoom in on that because I had to squeeze that in there. So 0.35 times 300. 0.35 times 300 is 105. Add it to the 300, and that's going to be 405. So this is going to be $405. Um, Profit per item. Oh, the profit per item was the $105. So that's 300 times 0.35 which is $105. So the total profit here will be the 105 times 6. 105 times 6, which is 105 times, oh, I think that's 630 times 6, 630. 600, oh, $630. Okay. Now that one's pretty straightforward, but now oof, we gotta figure something out here. This right here, this number items sold, so that this says the totals all along the bottom. So what? So if this totals all along the bottom, and NA stands for not available, okay, 27. What we can do is if they know that's 27 and that's 12 and that's 6, so then this box would be 27 minus 12 minus 6. So 27 minus 12 minus 6 is 9. That means there are 9 items here. I'm going to box everything that should be in there. Um, Now the question is, how do we find the markup? That's the percent change. So what we can do is we take 605 minus 550. So I'll bring this in tighter here. This would be 605 minus 550 divided by 550. So 605 minus 550 equals this, divided by 550 is 0.1, which is 10%, which equals 10%. Okay, that one's done. Now we have to figure out this last row here, and we can do, to find this one here, this is the total, so it's 2325 minus 495 minus 630. All right, so let's figure that out. 2325 minus 495 minus 630, 1200. So this is $1,200. Okay. Let's see. So what? This number times this number is this number. So that means if we take this number divided by this number, we will have that number. Inverse operation. So 1200, that's easy. 1200 divided by 12 is just 100. So this is 1200 divided by 12 is $100. The selling price. How do I get the selling price? The profit per item. The selling price. I forgot. Oh my God. I totally forgot what I did. Let's see. I did, if I know the profit for each item is $100, total profit, items sold. It's failing me right now. um, the markup was 50. Oh, so 50% of some number is $100. So that means 50% of a number is $100. Oh, oops, I was writing. So what this means is 50% of some number is 100. So 0.5 of a number, 0.5 of some number, 0.5 times x equals 100. So that means I would have to divide by 0.5 to solve this equation. And x equals 100 divided by 0.5, that's 200. So that means that this was $200. And the selling price was the $200 plus the $200 plus the profit, which is $300. So these are all things that I calculated. And there you go. So I'm going to leave the last one down here for you. I'll fill it out and put it link in the description for all those answers for that. That's it.